Hi there, welcome back to exploregrammarwithzabed. To introduce you with today's topic, let me say a few words on our beloved country Bangladesh. We, the people of Bangladesh, are very polite and gentle. Not only that, we show respect to the elders. At the time of blessing to any younger, elderly people often use some expressions like, "May you be happy in life," "May Allah bless you," which are the examples of optative sentence. Yes friends, I'm going to talk about the rules of converting an optative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech with ample number of examples. So, without getting any longer, let's get started.
Well, let's try to know the definition of an optative sentence. The sentence which expresses wish, desire, blessing, prayer, or curse is called an optative sentence. This type of sentence starts with may or wish. Sometimes may remains hidden. We can categorize an optative sentence in different ways. The first category is usually an optative sentence starts with may plus you or Allah or God, and after that there is a verb. For example, may you be happy. The second category is it may start with long live plus noun or pronoun. For example, long live our country. Third category is sometimes it may also start with would that plus subject plus verb. For example, would that we were child again. Finally, even it may start with if or had plus subject. For example, if I could be a president. Now, I'm going to discuss the various steps of converting an optative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Step number 1 is to identify. Here, you need to identify the subject, object, and reporting verb. Step number 2 is to change of reporting verb. Step number 3 is the removal of inverted comma or quotation marks with conjunction that. Step number 4 is to write the subject of the reported speech. Step number 5 is to use modal auxiliary verb might, and after that verb will be in present form. Step number 6 is to write the remaining part of the reported speech, if any. So, we have got to know the 6 steps formula of changing an optative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Please remember the steps. I will discuss the implementation of the steps with examples shortly. At the time of changing an optative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, we generally change the reporting verb said or said in the following way. In the beginning of an optative sentence, if you find may Allah or may God, it will be changed to prayed or blessed. If you find of or would that or that, we use reporting verb wished. If the reported speech begins with good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or happy birthday, we use the reporting verb wished even. But if the reported speech starts with good night, goodbye, or any type of farewell word, we use reporting verb bade instead of said or said to. And if or had expresses imagination, we use reporting verb wished instead of said or said to. Let's understand the application of the 6 steps formula with an example. The beggar said to him, "May you prosper in your business." The first step is to identify. Here, the beggar is the subject, him is the object, said to is an example of reporting verb. The second step is to change the reporting verb. As the beginning of an optative sentence, we can see the word may. So, the appropriate reporting verb will be here prayed. Step 3 is the replacement of inverted comma with conjunction that. So the sentence looks like, the beggar prayed that. Step number 4 is to put the subject of the reported speech. Here, the subject of the reported speech is an example of second person pronoun and it will be changed according to the object of the reporting speech. For this reason, you will get converted to he. Step number 5 is to use modal auxiliary verb and verb in present form. Here the main verb of the reported speech is prosper and it is given in present form. So it will look like might prosper. Step number 6 is to write the remaining part of the reported speech. Here, remaining part in your business gets converted to in his business. So, after following all the steps, the indirect speech looks like, the beggar prayed that he might prosper in his business. Let's look into one more example of it. The Prime Minister said, "Long live our democracy." The first step is to identify. Here, the Prime Minister is the subject. Object is absent or silent here. Said is an example of reporting verb. The second step is to change of reporting verb. As the sense of the reported speech indicates desire or wish, so the appropriate reporting verb will be here wished. The third step is the replacement of inverted comma or quotation mark with conjunction that. So the sentence looks like, the Prime Minister wished that. Step number 4 is to put the subject of the reported speech. So the subject of the reported speech, our democracy, gets converted to their democracy. Step number 5 is to use the modal auxiliary verb might and after that main verb in present form. So here will be might live. Step number 6 is to write the remaining part of the reported speech. Here the remaining part of the reported speech is long. Finally, the indirect speech looks like, the Prime Minister wished that their democracy might live long. The beginning of an optative sentence, if you find any greeting or wishing words like good morning, good evening, happy birthday, etc., at the time of converting the sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, at first you'll write the subject, then you'll use the reporting verb wished, after that object of the reporting speech, and finally the wishing words or greeting words like good morning, good evening, happy birthday, etc. Let me make it clear to you by giving an example. The lady said to him, "Good morning." Here, the subject is the lady. The reporting verb said to will be changed to wished. Object is him. The wishing words given here good morning. So the indirect speech looks like the lady wished him good morning. In an optative sentence, if we find any farewell words like good night, goodbye, etc., when we change it to indirect speech, at first you will write the subject, then you will use the reporting verb bait. After that, you will write the object of the reporting speech, and finally we use the farewell words like good night, goodbye, etc. Let's look into an example of it. Aman said to his friends goodbye. Here, Aman is the subject. Instead of reporting verb said to, we'll use here bade. Object is his friends. And the farewell words is goodbye. Therefore, after implementing all the steps, the final answer of the indirect speech looks like Aman bade his friends goodbye. Now, I am providing you an exercise to convert the optative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Sentence number 1. The old lady said to her, "May you live long." Sentence number 2. Neha said to him, "Long live our Prime Minister." Sentence number 3. Rana said, "Good evening, my friend." Please message me your answers in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. That's all in today's video. Have a nice time. Keep in touch with Explore Grammar with Zabed. In my next video, I'll discuss the rules of converting exclamatory sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any query, please feel free to write it in the comment section. If the video really helped you, don't forget to hit the like button. Share the video so others can learn. And do subscribe the channel to get a regular update on the course.